Hi everybody, it's Lynn with Alliance Family Kitchen. Today let's talk about woks. What type of woks there are, the pros and cons, what features to look for, and more importantly, what types of woks to avoid. By the end of this video, you will know how to find the best wok that suits your needs based on your cooking style and this type of stovetop you have. The woks are invented by ancient Chinese to cook in open fire, and that's why it's designed. Traditional woks are designed to have a round bottom, so to capture the heat from the bottom as well as the sides. And the round bottom also makes the food really easy to move around inside the wok. Unfortunately, if you live outside of Asia, most likely your gas stove is not built to fit a round bottom wok. So if look at this, it moves around and it's very dangerous to cook like this. So you will likely need something like a wok ring like this, where you place on top of your stove and it stabilizes the round bottom wok. If you don't want to have to bother getting a wok ring for a round bottom wok, you can always buy a flat bottom one like this. There's no significant advantage in using a round bottom wok versus a flat bottom one. The only minor advantage is that food moves around a little easier in a round bottom wok, but it doesn't outweigh the inconvenience of having to get an accessory like the wok ring to go with it. Let's talk about woks by the type of material. And let's start with the one type of wok that I do not recommend. Teflon coated woks. Teflon coating do not last even though it is non-stick at the beginning, but it will eventually wear off and leak into your food. And Teflon coated woks are not made for high heat cooking because the high heat could cause the coating to separate. And high heat is really essential to achieving wok hay in stir fries. So I don't recommend Teflon coated woks, which is the reason why I don't have one. Next, let's talk about the stainless steel wok. Stainless steel is low maintenance. However, it is impossible for patina to form in a stainless steel wok. A patina is that layer of protective coating that naturally develops in carbon steel or cast iron woks. When you season a carbon steel or cast iron wok, you are actually creating that layer of a patina by using high heat and oil. It is impossible to do that in a stainless steel wok, which is the reason why a stainless steel wok can never become non-stick like the other types of wok. The only time that I use the stainless steel wok for is when I need to steam for an extended period of time, or when I need to cook dishes that contains acidic ingredients such as vinegar for an extended period of time, both of which are not good in carbon steel or cast iron woks. Finally, we have the carbon steel and cast iron woks. The care and maintenance of these two are exactly the same. They are both all-purpose workhorse type of cooking equipments that will last you a long time if you take care of them. And the biggest difference between the two is really the weight. The carbon steel is my personal favorite because it is lightweight and I like to toss food around and I can do it with one hand. This is also known as a toss wok, designed so you can grip the handle with just one hand to easily toss the food, while the other hand stirs with a spatula. The cast iron wok is heavier, and this is my mom's favorite type of wok because she doesn't like to toss food around. She likes to cook with just one hand, and the wok doesn't move around when she stirs the ingredient on the inside. The carbon steel is probably the most widely available in the market when you shop for a wok, and there are a lot of options. So let's talk about what features to avoid and what makes a good carbon steel wok next. Here are two of the carbon steel woks that I own. You may have remembered this one from some of my earlier videos. And then this is the one that I've been using for about a couple of years now, and it is the best wok I've had so far. And let me share with you a list of features I would avoid in a carbon steel wok. Number 1, never buy a wok with a skinny handle such as this. A skinny handle makes it hard for you to lift and move the wok, especially if the wok is filled with food. You want to look for a wok with a thick handle and a wide joint here. This makes the wok more ergonomic and it's easier to lift, carry, or maneuver. Number 2, never buy a wok with rivets on the handle or on this side, because as you can see here, the rivets become loose and it allows food, oil, and water to deposit behind the rivets, makes it really hard to clean, and it can also become rusty without you seeing or knowing that it's rusty behind. Instead, look for a wok that is welded on the handle, so there's very little chance of it ever coming loose. And when it's all welded on the this loop here as well, it makes it very sturdy. 3, don't buy a wok with an uneven surface. I don't have one like that. As you can see here, all of my woks have smooth surface. The reason why I don't recommend an uneven surface is because when food got stuck to it, it becomes very hard to clean when the surface is uneven. Number 4, don't buy a wok that is not pre-seasoned. Seasoning a wok from scratch is a painstaking process that requires extremely high heat and creates a lot of smoke that could set off your smoke alarm. I've done it twice in my life. I really do not recommend it for anyone. Buy a pre-seasoned wok. You still have to season it, but it is a lot easier and it is well worth the little bit of extra money it costs for a pre-seasoned wok. What I have here are the exact same wok. One is round bottom, one is flat bottom, and this one here is brand new, pre-seasoned, and it still needs to be seasoned, but it's a very, very easy process. And then on the right here is a well-seasoned wok that I've been using for 2 years. I just wanted to show you this because on this one here on the right, you can see how it doesn't look perfect like the one on this side, and that's because this one has natural patina. Patina naturally develops when you cook. Strictly speaking, you don't really have to season a wok if you have enough patience to wait for that patina to naturally develop from cooking. But a pre-seasoned wok like this makes it easier for you, so you don't have to wait several months for that patina to develop all over the wok. And so I will make a video and I'll show you how to season a pre-seasoned wok, and it's super easy, so stay tuned for that. And lastly, I recommend a dome lid for the wok. It would allow you to maximize the capacity of your wok. If you get a flat lid, you're cutting the capacity of your wok in half. So imagine this, you want to cook a whole chicken inside the wok. A flat lid would not fit, and which is the reason why traditionally we always use dome lids with woks. And finally, for my viewers who have electric cooktop or induction cooktop, as I mentioned earlier, a wok is traditionally designed to cook in open fire because it captures heat from the sides and the bottom. Your cooktop only heats the bottom of the pan. So there is no advantage in using a wok versus a pan with a large flat surface, because the large flat surface would be able to capture all that heat being transferred in your cooktop. The only advantage I would see in using a wok is that food is easier to be stir-fried, especially if you're making a large batch of food. So if you want to invest in a wok, look for a wok with a large flat bottom, and then also look for thicker woks. I would actually recommend the cast iron wok for that purpose, because thinner woks tend to warp over time with heat, and warping would make the wok less efficient in capturing the heat when you cook. So that would be my recommendation. I hope this video gave you pointers on how to find the best wok for you. Stay tuned for more videos on how to use the wok properly and how to take care of the wok. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.